Welcome, one and all, to our international podcast, Below the Belt. Pang, ping, bang, bing, bang, bing, pang, ping. Guys, welcome. As per normal, Beatrice Selby is already here. It's Open Mic Friday. We're talking about governance, corruption, transparency, all of those issues. Good to have Beatrice Selby already joining us. Let us know, Beatrice and the others who are here, if you're receiving the audio loud and clear. I'm privileged, Peggy Elias, to be joined by the one and only Jarita Fernandes, my co-host for the morning program. FYI, she has stayed on. She's in studio and she's ready to work and to help us get through the international podcast. Guys, thanks for joining us wherever you're joining us. Jarita is here. Jarita?
Hey Sharon,
Hey,
guys.
hey.
Good day. Beatrice is having lunch with us today.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
so thankful for Beatrice and folks like her that's always here for breakfast, lunch, and then back again for dinner.
Yep.
So
And
good to
I
have you,
see
Beatrice.
Peggy says she's hearing us from Maryland, loud and clear. Peggy Elias. And Candy Lillian introduces asking for a shout out to the folks there in on the quarantine. Good to see you, Candy Lillian Indrajit. Charita Hesa helping me to get through. We're at the
I'm
end of the week,
actually
guys.
waiting. I'm actually waiting for that song that you
She's
started
bringing
with.
up bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, ping. Some of y'all like problems, you know. Bang, ping, bang, bing, all the things. Bang, ping, bang, ping, bang, ping. Bang, ping. It's Friday, guys.
TGIM.
If you see us in the studio,
Oh my God.
we give a shout out to our Ruth, you know yourself. Bang bing, bang ping. It's that kind of friend.
If you all didn't know, Cher could move. If you see these dance moves that Cher got in here right now.
I'm wiping out my steps, so I ain't want y'all follow me. Ping, pang, ping, ping, pang,
Oh
ping.
my goodness. Vanessa Andrews dancing in the comments. Marlon Thomas, I see those moves. Cher, you need to
Ping,
bring
pang,
in some
ping,
music
ping,
more
pang,
often.
ping.
Hey, Don Cook. Guys, how you
Who
like
watching us? Who sharing the
this
live stream? Who watching us? Who sharing?
A wonderful song indeed. I'm sorry, this song is not just wonderful. It ticks all of the right
Ping, pang,
boxes, you
ping,
know.
ping, pang, ping.
Pace and power.
Shout out to all the trenches. Shout out to all the jagabats.
I think you cut the song, you know, Sharon. I remember this song started a little differently.
Differently? I didn't think I missed nothing. Ping, pang, ping, bang, bing. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Where are you joining us from, guys? Just having some fun at the back end.
Sharon doing some dance on one foot
Oh
right
my.
now. You need to see this. Oh my God.
Haters gonna hit. Bang, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing.
All who want to see Sharon dance, just drop a comment. Come on, guys. I'm taking a poll right now,
yes.
immediately. All who want to see Sharon
Good to see
dance.
you guys. Good to see you guys. Wherever you're joining us from. Bang, bing, bang, bing. Andrea McDonald. Karen Smith. Bang, bing, bang, bing. Yeah. Penelope. If you see moves at the back here, if you see moves. Wiping out my step, guys. Wiping out my step. Bang, bing. Bang, ping. Some of y'all like problems, you know. Y'all like good.
Share it a little while, you know. You already started sweating. I think you just brought in the beginning of that.
Bang, ping. I heard the person, oh, the sun. Bang, bing, bang,
Oh my
bing,
God.
bang, bing.
I think I'm hearing a little bit of mash vibes in the
Yeah,
studio
yeah,
from
yeah,
now,
yeah. If
from
this
Friday.
on the road, I
We're
go on
going
the
into
road.
the weekend with the mash vibes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good to see all of you guys.
Penelope wants to see you dance, Sharon.
Ensure you guys share the live stream. That might make a dance fast, you know. Bang, bing.
Claudia
Bang,
wants
bing,
to see the waist
Penelope.
movement.
Bang, bing.
Come on. I'm not even
Ping,
gonna
pang,
attempt to
ping,
sing
ping.
this song. I'm sorry.
You know, I hear people, you know, when I hear some of these guys, we got locally, it's one thing I want to say, and I want to say one thing. When I hear Frank say, you know, you have to show your chest.
Oh my God.
Oh,
This
Father. Guys, you know, we just had
this
this
is
energy
TGIF
conference.
Friday.
We just had this energy conference. Irfan was out there talking all kinds of things. When I heard him, I want to tell you something. I just want to say bang, bing, Irfan. Ping, pang, ping. Ping, pang, ping.
I think you're more inclined to the beginning of that, Sharon.
Oh yes, oh yes. Quite a song, guys. Quite a song, quite a song. And we want to welcome you guys to our international podcast, Below the Belt. You never know what you're going to encounter on these podcasts. You just never, never know. And we're really happy that all of you guys are here with us. We wouldn't want to do it any other way. We wouldn't want to do it any other way than with you guys. Run the lane, Pansy Fields, Maureen Coppin Williams, we see you. Ainsley Ben Morgan, we see you. Good to see each and every one of you. Welcome to the podcast. We're talking about corruption. We're talking about transparency in government and how we should be operating and how we have not been operating. How is the weather where you guys are? Y'all hear the accent kick in there? How we've not been operating. Oh Lord,
Sharon.
we too much. We enough, we plenty. We know that we enough, we plenty. Jarita, how are these folks doing? What are they telling you out there? You're reading the comments. Tell us something.
Oh my God. Well, the comment section is lit. I think you just put on a little music and
Bing,
everybody is
bang,
going.
bing.
I see
Ping,
the
pang,
dance
ping.
moves coming and I see Nicola Best doing some push-ups dance there.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. We gotta
The
do ping.
comment
I can
section is
sing.
lit all
I
by
can sing
itself.
Miss Best. I can sing ping pang ping bing bang bing.
These emojis have been so creative over time. I see a little old guy dancing as one of the emojis. Oh, come on. Persons want to see you dance, Sharon. That
What
is
I'm
the
saying?
bottom
No,
line.
no. I come in with the same song. Watch my iteration on TikTok. I come in with it. I come. You watch yourself. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Guys,
on, hold on.
over the weekend, Sharon is
Watch
going to
this.
be uploading
I
a
sharpening my
TikTok
moves.
video to that
I I
trending
I
song,
I sharpening my
Bang Bang.
moves. Bing bang bing ping pang ping. Sharpening my moves, folks. Hold for it. Hold for it.
Oh my God.
Holding steady.
Go like his page, Sharon Duncan, on TikTok.
Yes.
My God, I'm too old for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. And people say it all the way. TikTok.
Oh, yes.
Share it on
I
TikTok.
think that may be better.
I'm on TikTok, people. And I'm on TikTok. Folks, but the weather at our end, the weather at our end is 28 degrees outside with a 5% chance of rain. And weather.com is telling us it feels like 33. It feels like 33. It feels
This
like 33
5% chance of rain that you're talking about,
of
Sharon.
5%. Ping, pang, ping, ping, bang, ping.
You
Ping,
sound a
pang,
little too
ping, bing,
proper with
bang,
that.
bing. Nicola Bess and Andrew Cuthbert, Latavia. Is it Lois and
Diane
Lewis?
Ford. Fordyce,
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's what Karen Clarkson in my dreams about. Huh? George Seymour says, leave the dancing to catfish. Ping, pang, ping, bing, bang, bing.
We won't do that to you. Come on, come on.
Yep, yep, yep,
We're
yep,
gonna
yep.
take over the dancing segment.
Yep, yep. Guys, but we're in that period of matrimony, believe it or not. The producers at our end here were telling us we're 5 days out, I think.
Yes,
Is it
it's
so? We're
Wednesday.
5 days out from matrimony. And we know that they have lifted the COVID curfew, and might as well they have lifted the restrictions, the protocols as well, because it's like COVID finished, Rita.
Well, that was the interpretation that people got, and I said that it wasn't a standalone. policy. But when that was lifted, everyone is out and about. No one is really paying attention to any other of the guidelines. So we're
Mm.
there, we're seeing, like I said earlier today, if you go out anytime after 12 p.m., not like I'm on the road all at
Bing bang
those,
bing, ping
at
pang
those
ping.
hours.
Talk the thing, Rita. Talk the
But
thing.
if you're to go out at that time, you're going
Ping
to see a
pang
lot of
ping.
persons out in large numbers, large groupings, and all of that. So once that curfew was lifted, all went loose. Everything went through the door.
So, guys, as you go there, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful out there. You gotta exercise caution, especially those folks who are in Guyana, where we host our international podcast from. Those folks who are on the ground here, be careful. Still exercise caution with COVID, even with the driving, guys. Even with the driving, and the installed minister Frank Anthony telling us over the last week that you do not have to, we're going into the self testing phase. There have been so many phases in COVID 19. You've been the search phase, now in the self testing phase. If you self test, we want to know you're not obligated. You're
But
not
it would be good,
obligated,
you know? It would be
right?
nice if you said it.
Yeah, it would be nice if you said it, but if you want to send it, no pressure, no pressure. You know what I really want to tell Frank? You know what I really want to tell Frank? Huh?
Tell me.
Bing bang bing, ping pang ping. I hope Frank listening. Hold on,
Oh
hold on,
my
hold on, hold on, hold
God.
on. Ping pang ping.
It's Friday,
Bing
guys. It's a light
bing
afternoon.
bang bing. Take your time, Frank. Take your time. Frank,
Fuck
Frank.
your scar.
Bing bang bing. Ping pang ping. Frank, Frank said, don't tell we. We got no. We got no. One, quite a health minister. Frank, hold up, hold up, hold up, Frank.
Fuck your skull. Bang bing,
Ah,
come
ah.
down, feel like a
Bing
sexy.
bang bing,
Bro, so they
ping
can't
pang
trust these
ping.
girls no more, cause she
We
just
below the
wants to
belt
the long
today,
thing.
folks.
Show the fear
Oh
We
feeling.
my
below the
God.
belt. Ping pang ping, bing bang bing.
Fuck
folks,
your
folks,
skull.
folks.
Bang bing,
Hope you
come down,
guys are
feel
having
like
a
a
great day where we are. Folks, we aren't taking any calls today. We are talking about transparency. We're talking about good governance. We're talking about um, the rule of law, all of those stuff that we talk about in very flurry fashion. But the practice has been so lacking. And so if we're talking about COVID governance, these guys here have been found wanting so often. They have been found wanting. What else is making the news today, Jarida? Jarida, y'all hear like accent?
You
Jarida?
know, Shard, your accent is a little too deep for me right now.
Jarida?
I'm actually paying attention to the comment section and what is going on there. And I can tell you the persons joining the podcast is so hyped. They make me want to rush into the weekend. I know this weekend
Ping
is
pang
so hyped
ping.
for persons like
Tasha Silak.
Patricia Kisoon and so
Bing bang
forth.
bing.
It's crazy out there, but I'm encouraging persons to be extremely careful. I
Yeah.
see with this opening phase that is going on, we spoke about the 3,000 person capacity that is being allowed into these events for the mass events. And I'm thinking in the future, being from Bartica with the whole regatta, how they're going to be treating
Oh,
that this year.
you're from Bartica? I thought you were from Bartica.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
from Bartica? You from Oh, I love the people in Bartica.
You know, I know this
Bartica.
guy with Mastramania and everything, our local artists. We know that Jomo, popularly known as Robber Ways, he had a little bit of story to tell about that Robber Ways name,
Hmm.
and his association in
Bartica.
Bartica.
Hmm.
We have a good
Things different
reputation.
there. Things different there apparently. But again, guys, lots of things are happening on the ground today. The even though the energy conference ended yesterday, the curtains came down. The expo is still going on, and they say it's free today. And those of you who are going to be visiting the duty free shop there, it's duty free for the foreigners. According to some information picked up out of newsroom, I think it was, those of us who reside here, you got to pay market price, folks.
Yeah.
Got to pay market
Well,
price.
people were a lot. Let me tell you something. We have a culture in which persons that earn more tend to be able to pay less, and the people that earn less have is required to pay more. And that's what we're seeing right there, because throughout but we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, duty free shop being open to persons that are part of the, but bought tickets and so forth. And they went in, they were able to benefit from the duty free. But now today, instead of opening it up to the public and say, well, you have that same benefit of the duty free. No, no, it's market price. So what's the benefit? We can go any store, any market, and actually pick up these items for the same price. So, what is the incentive for the ordinary Guyanese to go there? The persons that couldn't afford to pay to go to this conference and expo, what is the benefit that they're getting for them to open this duty-free shop? But it's not with the benefit of the reduced price. You still have to pay market price. It doesn't
I
make
just
sense.
say ping pang
I was
ping,
about
bing
to
bang
tell you,
bing.
this song says it. This song speaks it.
Bing, bing, bang, bing, ping, pang, ping. What else we can say? Whatever we can tell you, folks.
Ping pong pong ping
Ping,
pong
pang,
ping. We
ping, bing, bang,
have
bing.
with boyfriend Crystal.
Bing,
Yes,
bang,
girl.
bing, bing,
Bang
bang,
bing.
ping, bang, ping.
Unmoved.
You're like trouble, guys. But that's just some of the information at our end. Um, and as we talk about transparency and openness and good governance and all of that, it seems that the Barbadians got one up on us. The guys understand something that we don't, because as soon as Mia touched down last night back home, Mia was already briefing the press. And when we engaged this issue this morning on our program, our guys were saying, why we have to be learning from Mia some of the engagements that happened while she was here. We had to stay and face the media yet, But we know, having listened to our program, them boys gonna run out. The Jagabats and the Trench Crappos, they're gonna run out, they're gonna run out, they're gonna run out. But this is Mia Motley on returning home just last evening. Mia Motley briefing the media on her engagements here in Ghana. Take a listen, folks.
Of course, we
Stateswoman.
went there initially to be able to deal with Guyana's inaugural hosting of the International Energy Conference, as they are now a global player in energy. And at the conference was Secretary General of OPEC, the chairman of ExxonMobil, and a whole host of global players, because of the literal bounty that they have had with respect to oil and gas. But the conference didn't only deal with that, it looked also at the whole issue of renewable energy. And most importantly, we were able to contextualize what we as developing nations have done. The truth is that when we hear net zero all the time, people assume that net zero means zero fossil fuel. In truth and in fact, it doesn't. And even at the point of 2050 and net zero, the world anticipates that there will at least be 20 to 25% use of fossil fuels. The question is, who should be providing those fossil fuels? Is it only the existing suppliers who have been doing it? Or do you have emerging players like Guyana and others, and even our own case, Barbados? Are we in a position to be able to benefit from it? So those are some of the difficult and complex discussions that we put on the table that need to be resolved. But separate from that, as you know, we would also have engaged in bilateral and trilateral discussions, bilateral with Guyana and Suriname, and trilateral Barbados, Guyana, and Suriname, to ensure that we can continue to do the things that will boost our economy and equally make life easier for our people. And what are some of those things? The question of food prices continues to be something that causes all of us angst. And therefore, if we can reduce the price of food, particularly healthy food, then we believe that we can add serious value. And of course, Guyana and Suriname have much more land than we do, and they all have access to fresh water. So we are talking about not only training, expanded production, both in crop and livestock, and then using Barbados as a logistics hub in order to be able to supply not just the Barbados market, but other markets regionally and internationally. Similarly, we were able to have discussions with their manufacturers. And in fact, I'm happy to report that there will be a group of Guyanese manufacturers coming here early in April and looking at a range of products, including prefab housing. We looked at the whole issue of access to timber. We looked at the issue of, and have been discussing seriously, the question of combined training. There's some areas in which Guyana's training will be what we need in the area of welding and joinery, etc. And the other areas in hospitality where we can provide significant opportunities. They want 6,000 hospitality workers trained, and we have already started the process of providing for that. Separate from that, with respect to tourism, we believe that there are opportunities for co-branding, particularly in Europe, where there is one, an appetite for ecotourism as well as beach tourism still, but secondly, where people have typically longer vacations and therefore the opportunity to visit two destinations in a trip is not something that is out of their range. We also looked at the whole issue of international transport, in particular the whole issue of logistics for the movement of cargo. That continues to bedevil this Caribbean region. And Suriname, there are some Surinamese players now that have invested in both air cargo and also maritime assets for cargo. And we are looking to see how we can continue to boost that. Barbados has some issues as it relates to sand. Guyana and Suriname both want limestone, so that there are opportunities to be able to boost the market for the cargo vessels as we go forward. In addition to that, we discussed
Again, there is Mia Motley briefing her nation and her engagement, as she said, bilateral and trilateral meetings here in Guyana, and we're still waiting for a briefing from our head of state or some of the other engagements, his own bilateral and trilaterals and multilaterals and all that good stuff.
Well, what we learned as Guyanese that there will be a group of manufacturers going to, I'm looking at Sheridan. I'm speaking real nonsense right now.
It's a weak word on you.
You,
Bilateral,
he's doing
trilateral,
all sorts of
multilateral,
nonsense in the background.
bilaterals.
Never mind, guys. As I was saying, as Guyanese, what we picked up from what Mia was saying is that we in Guyana, we have a group of persons, manufacturers, that will be actually going to Barbados in April concerning prefab homes. This is something that we did not learn from our own local leaders as we should have been learning. But we are now locked into what the media is bringing to us from actually the prime minister's office, right,
Yeah,
Sherrod,
correct.
in
Yeah.
Barbados. And we are learning that this is what the discussions were, and this is what was done here and there, and we have absolutely no information from our leaders.
Jurita, one person here, Janky Lar, says we have Sulateral.
Oh,
Sulateral.
I'm sorry.
They're engaged in those kinds of meetings. Sulateral. Yep, and we can talk with Sue just now because Sue is an issue that we raised recently with Kemraj Ramjatan, our member of parliament, member of the Alliance for Change, party leader, and so forth. And we raised this very issue of corruption and openness and so on with him, and he had some thoughts on that. We're going to share with you guys. But again, we still waiting. We thought that a good opportunity was missed at the end of the conference for us to have the ExxonMobil CEO Darren Woods and perhaps the country president, Mr. Lockhart, and maybe Irfan Ali do a press conference side by side and confront the issues that people have with the current oil and gas whole arrangement and settlement and all of that. But in Kaicho News words, they seem to have been ducking.
Well, we did look at that discussion because that was a final panel discussion that it took. And we had a professor from Harvard University that was actually sitting in there. And he posed a lot of questions to the CEO of Exxon. And there we had none other than Vikram Bharat actually responding to some of those questions as well. And the only thing that was clear is that they could not give a pathway as to how the ordinary Guyanese will be able to benefit from all that is happening. But we have a lot of information coming out of the expo itself, and a lot of the businesses and companies that actually set up shop in there has been saying, you know what, it's difficult in Guyana. And if you want to really get something done, you have to know somebody and you have to be greasing some hands somewhere. So that's what the information we're getting out, we're following, and those persons, they were very clear in what they need to do, and it was not anything to the book. So we're
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
concerned about what is going on there.
Yep, yep, yep. So I guess, in large measure, we got a long way to go where transparency, we've often see here, the people think democracy and so on is elections. Once the time is finished, once the time has passed, you don't need to think about rule of law and good governance and all that. That's for election purposes. And we've seen that in the way in which the PP has gone back on many of their promises, to open the sugar industry, to open back estates that were closed. They haven't done any of that 18 months later. As a matter of fact, we're seeing every indication, Jarita, that they're not going to be opening back any of those sugar estates. Promises broken.
Well, I did say, I think my last budget speech and all, I said none of those estates will be opened. They're not going to reopen any. And they're yet to come and prove me wrong. They have been setting reduced targets when it comes to sugar production because they know that that's where it's going. They know that there is no hope for that industry. And they knew that prior to 2015. This is not something that they learned whilst the coalition was in office. They knew that before, but they went ahead and they had these campaign promises
Mm-hmm.
that they went because they just wanted to secure the votes from those persons. And now that they have done that, they don't see it fitting to even address the concerns of those persons as relates to the reopening of those estates. They can't do it. They know it's not feasible. Cameras Ramzatan often speaks of the whole structure that the coalition took with resizing, basically right sizing, as he put it over. They went and critiqued that, but now when the shoe is on their foot, what are they doing? They're right where they were prior to 25th, and they're not going to be reopening estates. They're going to be continuing exactly what the coalition was trying to do. But I'm saying that it's even now, it's even in a more haphazard way. As you
Mm-hmm.
would see,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sherrod, in today's newspaper, they were speaking about the pipelines have to go through the lands of those
Wales estate.
exactly those extra workers and so forth. Those
That's
are
for
things
sure.
that they would have been out and about, but now they are the one that are executing those projects and they do not see the problem. They do not see the issue with that altogether. So we continue to monitor these things. And at some point in time, we're at a point where we're past actually enough is enough. And I want to
Way
see the
past.
sugar
Way
workers
past.
out and about saying enough is enough. Where are these estates that you said you would have reopened? Why is the pipelines coming through here? These are the pertinent questions, but these persons are no longer able to come forward and speak because they're so afraid to let their voices be heard. And this is a PVP administration.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And what you have instead of the people's needs being looked at is a lot of wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. And we've heard the guys who've been here with us admonishing us, asking us to let the needs of the people, let the needs of the people be met, look after the people. And that is one of the recurring themes we heard on the protest line during the course of the week outside the Guyana Marriott where the conference happened. As you know, persons were out there protesting day after day. And they were all astonished that people got to come from overseas and beg for us to be treated fairly, to be given a fair shake, because them boys at the point where they think like this thing belongs to them. It's not Guyanese people resources. It's their national resources. That's how they operate in. That's how they operating. But good to see folks like Pamela Sanchari and Diane Yearwood. Esther Blue is with us as well. Pamela Jarek is here. Susan Kanzias is here as well. I have good folks like, is it Hula Lafferman Rubens? I love this name. Hula Lafferman Rubens. And all the other folks who've joined us, Jordan, Jasmine, Carmichael, Maureen Coppin. Good to see you folks. Thanks for joining the broadcast. Give us a share that other people can get the valid and credible information as well. John Abrams, good to see you too. Melissa, the name went by so far. Melissa Faria, good to see you guys. And we engaged Kemraj Ramjatan last evening in the ring on this very topic of corruption. And he had some choice words for them boys. He had some choice words for
Kermit
them.
always has the words.
Yep, yep. He know how to he know how to deal with them. Folks, take a listen to Kemraj. We come back on the other side with some commentary. Take a listen to Kemraj.
Well, corruption being endemic with the PPP is a well-known thing. Even prior to 2015, we had the Perception Index of Transparency International, even our local writers on the thing, like Anand Gulsaran and a whole lot of others, Christopher Ram included, and so many others, even Taran Kemraj on those days also, were making the point. Apart from we politicians, I was a big crusader against the anti-corruption drive, and but they are inherently like that, and that is because Jagdeo has taken charge of the PPP.
Control freakism, you call it.
Yes, control freakism, and he does not want to consult. I mean, look, people like Vikram Bharat, who is the natural resources and petroleum minister, he should have been there, a young person playing a larger role. But you have this domineering personality in Jagdeo who wants to and is serving his third term. I mean, I don't have to repeat this myself all the time. That is what he is doing. He is serving his third term, and he.
Yep.
And Shar's Cameron always says it best. And we just spoke about the fact that Vikram Bharat was actually at the closing discussion when we had the vice president there up and front at the beginning speaking to all of those persons attending. But then at the very tail end, oh, they're gonna stick in Vikram Bharat and let
Bing
him
bang
feel a
bing
little
ping bang
nice.
ping. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, guys. We got to keep our eyes on the issues. And the minute you take your eyes off the ball, them boys gone with you, Richard. They gone with you.
Well, that's how it's been happening all the time. We have been following these things closely. We make sure that on a daily basis, we bring you what is happening out there. And I'm so thankful that persons are come on every day to listen to what the credible information is. Persons look forward to listening to what is going on. We're not just telling you, me and Sharon and we're not here just saying that
Amanza, the whole
Vikram
team,
Bar
the
Amanza,
family.
the FYI family, the In the Ring family, the Below the Belt family. We're not just here saying that we're fabricating something and this is what we heard. We literally bring you the evidence. We said Parajagdio was there on the first day, speaking to the important people, directing the show, and then at the very last, we saw Vikram Bharat given an opportunity to give a little here and there chit chat. That's what it was, and that's what Kamraj was referring to. He spoke about corruption. What was the word he used, Sharad? He said it was what?
Bing bang bing, ping bang ping.
I cannot
But friend
remember,
Crystal.
sir.
Bing bang bing, ping bang ping. I think that's what he said.
Can't trust these girls no more.
Richard.
But I don't think I agree with
Just being
that song,
facetious. Just
I
being
just
facetious.
listened and it said we really can't trust these girls no more.
Hold the focus, Richard. Hold the focus. It has occurred to
No,
Richard.
I'm not.
Folks,
I'm not about
folks,
this life.
we want to hear from you on these issues, and you're gonna send us your voice notes. We can't take any calls, guys, because it keeps cutting the whichever call we're on when folks keep calling during that time. So send us your voice notes. Let us know your thoughts on PPP and transparency, PPP and good governance, PPP on any other of these issues we've been talking about for the past few days. We'd love to hear from you. Send us a voice note, and we'd be happy to listen to it and hear you guys and give some responses as well. So the mic is yours. Send us a voice note, and the mic is yours. It is yours. It's you on ping pong ping, bing bang bing, bing bang bing,
Sit here, drunk, ping pong, pong,
bing bang bing.
Me and
That's me
Come
thing.
on, feel like a song sing.
We want to hear
Bro,
those
can't
voice
trust
notes,
these girls
guys.
no
We
more,
all
cause she
get, we
just
all
want to see
get.
the long thing. Show the fear fling. Come on, feel like a
Bing,
song
bang,
sing.
bing.
Bro, they can't trust these girls no more, cause she just want to see the long thing. Show the fear fling.
Yep. Hope y'all money long.
Ping, pong, pong, ping. Me and I
2,000 all long,
come on,
Sherrod.
feel like a song sing.
Guys, you
Bro,
want to
they
see
can't
those
trust
voice notes? The
these
number
girls
to
no
call
more,
is
cause she
there.
just want to see the long thing. Show the fear fling.
6276963. 6276963. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear from you guys on any one of those issues. The mic is yours. We aren't taking any calls, guys. Send us a voice note and we can play it. We're going to play it from the mic is yours, guys. Send us a voice note. It's going to be more efficient for us to do it that way. And we are sorry for any inconvenience.
Yeah.
But if we take a call, as folks call, we're going to get that. People will keep being cut and so on. We want to avoid that so we can do it more efficiently. Send us a voice note and we play it. Right?
I
And
see
any one of these
Paris
issues.
Paul is asking for the song about the mace to be played. Sherrod, I think you have to be working a select role
Oh yes.
over the weekend.
We'll come again. Poi. Yep.
But
Send us those voice
in all
notes.
fairness, as we wait on the voice notes to come in and for Sherrod to be able to put it through, as we go into the match season all together, we're going to try to be bringing you guys more light segments during the course of the day, and so that you will be able to be enjoying that match fever virtually.
We want to see those
I'm advocating
voice
for
notes.
Sherrod to be on in the ring and FYI with his match outfit next Wednesday.
Yeah. All of that. You don't even have to ask without a question.
I want to see what's going to
Without
happen.
a question. I got you.
We don't want to see the jacket, Sherrod. You got to be
I got
full
you.
match
I got
outfit.
you. You don't worry. I got
Costume up. FYI.
got you.
Costume.
you. Bing bang
Paris
bang
Ram,
bing.
here you go.
Just for you. We want to see those voice notes, guys. We want to hear from you.
We want and a song. There you have it.
Anything you want, we give you all.
It was sometime in December.
We want to see those voice notes.
2021.
We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear from you guys. Why Alex running with the bass? We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Let things up a little bit.
Sherrod, you are an active participant of this.
No comments. I cannot confirm nor deny. This matter is under active investigation. I cannot confirm nor deny. But we'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to hear from you guys. Let me see if we have any of the. I think some folks are coming through. Let me pull down this audio so we can hear the folks clear. Yep. Let me hear what folks are saying. And we do have a note. Just holding for it to load, and we're gonna have them coming through live and direct. Live and direct. We do have one. Let's take a listen.
Sherrod, good afternoon. This is Judith.
Bing bang bing, Judith.
How are you and Jaretta? Y'all seem to be doing
Judith.
fine. But I want to tell you, you like ping pong, but I love Annette Run with the Mace. Can you find that song and play it for me? On a serious note, I am wondering what the PPP will tell the supporters at the next campaign about the sugar industry, because they lie to them and all they shutting down now. So what would they tell them then? The other thing I want to tell the sugar workers and all who voted for the PPP, if they had listened to APNO, they would have had systems in place today for the sugar estates that the PPP is now closing down and don't have no clue about what they will do with them for the people.
Real talk, Judith. Real talk. We were going somewhere,
That is so true. Judith is on point with what she's saying, because if you go to the people throughout the campaign season and you say that we're going to reopen these estates, and then there's absolutely no indication that you're going to go in that direction now, what are you going to say to these people?
Yep. I think we have another voice note. We want to play. Let's see. I think we do have another voice note. Let's take a listen, guys.
Good afternoon to Sherrod and the entire team on Below the Belt. Now my point, I was at the protest on the last day, cause the 2 days I meet late. Anyway, my slogan was about increase money for pensioners, NIS and old age pensioners 100%. And why I wrote that on my placard, because I think we need a better deal from the installed regime. And as you
Correct.
rightly said, Barrett is a three-term president. And what the other members and in front don't realize that they cannot override and overrule Barrett. And Barrett has no love for people. Because when you're not a father, you don't have no feelings for children because you have not fathered a child. You don't have that experience of listening to a child, and from whatever cry the child make, you could say, well, this is hungry, this nappy one changing, this is a love cry, because he has not been exposed and he never will be exposed. The other point is Mia Martley. My parents used to say, you don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. And Mia was like her people who came on that recount. They stood for 18% of the recount, and then they went on tour guides all around Guyana to see what Guyana has, whether it's land or whatever. Now she claims she come to an important oil meeting after producing about 10 drums of oil, and she end up telling let them meeting with people. She wasn't here for a meet the people tour. She came to that forum, and I think she should have her full attention on what she came for, not to go and scrutinize the lands in Guyana. Then the next thing you know, I set a Bajan there in some territory of Guyana and claiming it as his own. Then you're going to see a Bajan flag flying there. It ain't right. Bye-bye.
Thanks to those comments. I don't think I'm qualified to pronounce on the children front and those kinds of things, but I think that
Irfan.
Irfan had some advice during the course of the week on that front. This is Irfan Ali, folks. This is Irfan Ali.
Yes, we have a small population. Importantly, a growing population requires much more work from people like me. And a vice president, you have to step up their game. Even the prime minister, Mark Phillips, might need to bat 2020 innings and help with this population growth.
Yep. That was Irfan Ali on that front, folks. Don't take it from us.
But even so, Sharon, there are a lot of persons that, a lot of men out there that did not father children for themselves, but they have the responsibility to foster parenting and all of those different areas
Yep.
that they have stepped up and they have shown tremendous care and responsibility. But now we have a system in place, and I get what the woman is coming from. I get where her comments are coming from and all of that. But we just want to separate it from not fathering a child biologically, because a lot of persons are just basically sperm donors. Let's be let's be quite frank
Yep.
with
Yep.
that. But it's different when you actually raise a child and take care of a child. I get what she's saying
Yeah.
like that.
Folks, we can't take any calls. Send us a voice note and we'll be happy to move along efficiently like this. Send us a voice note and we'll be happy to move along. And there's someone asking us if we have a COVID still. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We still have COVID. And I think we do have another. We have some more voice notes we are going to touch on here. And here is one such. Folks, we can't take any calls. Please send us a voice note. We're going to play it.
Sherrod, good afternoon. This is Judith.
Sorry, Judith
I
had
think we had
another
that
voice
one
note. Sorry,
already.
Judith had another voice note.
Sherrod and Joretta again.
Talk
The
to things, Judith.
$30,000 one-off that they're giving people, I want the people to understand that that $30,000 is like a one-night stand. You got nothing else to get. Had we settled for increased salary, it would have been a long-term relationship. So I don't know why people bigging up the government, but $30,000 would have get in. It ain't fit nothing, it ain't suit nothing, it's a one-night stand. Like when you go out with somebody, spouse, and you just have a fling, that's the $30,000.
Thank you, Julian.
Oh,
Now, again, this is an area I have no experience in. The one night stand, the fling, the people
I
husband, the wife,
cannot
what
pronounce
have you.
on
A
those
little out of our
comments.
league here. Juliet, you know you're able. You know you're able, Juliet. You know you're able. But I think
But
we get what you're saying. Yeah.
But we can, even going back to the comment prior to her, the woman made a very good point before. She said she was out there on the protest line and she was saying that you should increase those things by 100%, old age pension and so forth. And she's making a very strong point because those are the areas in which we want to see persons benefiting from. These people are not going to be here 50, 60 years down the line to benefit from any of this. Come on, man. Just give them this little increase. Let them get to enjoy from what they have labored for. We have a situation right now, rather, that instead of giving them the meager little pittance of $3,000 increase from January, they are now saying that we are only going to be giving them it from March. So that's a situation all by itself. You're giving them $3,000, they can't do anything with it, and now you're going to tell them, oh, well, we're not going to give you the full 12 months. You're just going to get it for 10 months.
Yep. I think we have another person here. Up to the mic.
Good afternoon, Sherwood, and to your co-host and all these listeners. I would like to say that we Guyanese are not stupid. And I'm coming from yesterday. Yesterday, I heard when you came on below the belt at the protest, I saw Mr. Mahadio was bringing everybody up to date about what the contract says and what the contract this and what the contract that. Yeah, I agree with him. I'm glad for that. I saw also the Nigel Londoners out there. I saw you came in and thinking about I was listening. And I always believe you must see between the lines. Though we were glad for getting that update on what the contract says, tell the people the truth. Who was the person who gave the okay to the oil firm to do that and make that contract? And it placed Mr. Granger. Don't blame Mr. Granger. And then you come back and you bring back in Mr. Burnham. It's not about Mr. Burnham, it's about Guyana, but Guyanese people and what the people are doing now in government, how they're selling out the country, how they're not transparent and whatever they did. Don't come in a campaign mood. I'm not responsible or interested what happened to you in the time with Burnham or what happened to this. We're speaking about transparency about how our money is spent, our patrimony is going into one set of people's pocket, and how, as Mayor Martley said, that we will be tenants, we all will be tenants in our country because we will have to rent the houses in the big scene that is owned by the Bajans, the Americans, and all the other things, expatriates, and we've gone back like Denver, working for the expatriates, and they're going back. Guyanese got to realize that, hey, this thing concerns PNC, PPP, or whosoever it concerns us. And I am of the view that more of my Indian brothers and brothers should come out and speak out, because at the end of the day, they will be feeling the pressure just like
I
us
say
in the
more
next few
Guyanese
years
in
from
general
now.
need to speak out.
It's not about that. And PPP will never like transparency, because if they think that Mayor Marty and the Ghana president and those officials outside are stupid, they're not stupid. They don't realize that no opposition members who representing 49% of this country are there. That's why when they stand up and they speak.
Bigger sense.
Did you watch the actions of the people that sit in front? The installed finance minister, Mr. Jagjo. Did you watch the first lady or them countenance when the crowd was clapping? The finance minister gave about 3 clap, 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 and the crowd continued clapping. and you can see the looks on their faces. Look at their reactions when these people
Talk the
talk.
things.
The people doesn't care. And now coming to the exhibition, how could you give duty-free people, duty-free consider people who spend in US and people who spend Guyanese money, who won't even get a raise, a pay this year, yeah? Expect to pay full price. But as far as they're concerned, those things will have stayed on the shelf. Guyanese got to be more formed. Be just like the other Caribbean brothers and sisters. Something wrong, stand up for it, stand up against it. PPP will never give us a fair share because Barrett and all of them is getting what they want, and they realize. You see what coming to COVID now. You see what they did? They opened the country for the mashmani, and when they open the country for the mashmani, they know who likes the sport. You see what they did? The whole thing threatened this, threatened that, threat. And when the outbreak comes, they don't make it plain. When you get COVID, you test yourself.
Beanie
Go
Man
buy the
coming
kit
too.
from one of the Conies.
Don't left out.
And
Beanie
test
Man
yourself
coming.
one. If it tests fit, if it tests positive, you stay home and bun.
Don't
come
tell
to,
me.
but when you're sick and they're dead, you come to me. We can throw you inside the COVID hospital and left you like you're dead. I wonder if Guyanese don't realize
Lord
what's
have his
going on.
mercies.
They cares nothing. Nothing they care about.
Lord
It's a
have
pack
his
of demons.
mercies.
The wicked, stink, and dirty, and the more than that, the
Amen.
deceitful.
Amen. Lord
And
have his mercies.
let Jack Joe and his cabal know nothing goes unpaid. There's an Almighty up there, and He will do what He has to do. But I'm telling Guyanese, read between the lines. Don't let nobody come tell you one thing and bring up the next story. We're dealing about the issue with God, with the island gas. Let them come straight to the point. Don't come around the bush. And the next thing, they sell out Gaisuko. They sell out on the Gaisuko factory. You see where they candy Gaisonen? They can't get to one of their populated areas. You see where they're building the hospitals? In their populated areas. I don't want to go, and I can tell you things that happen personally. But there's a next time for that. Guyanese, open your eyes. Whether you're East Indian, Amerindian, Chinese, or what, open your eyes. Let us come together and get these people out and let the right set of people come and do it. Let us go negotiate that thing over and get what we want. Granger them, let me tell you, Granger couldn't do nothing because it was already there, and all we had to do was to see if he could get an extra percent for you, and that's what he did. And we had to wait for time to start negotiation again. It wouldn't have been that long time that we're looking about. Maybe next year it would have happened if they was in power. But now we see we have the PPP and things in their favor. We have nothing to get. We got to fight. Fight, Guyanese, fight.
Fight. We have some other views as well, folks. We got another view here. Let me take this one as well, Jurita. Another view here.
Bring them in,
Hi,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Mic
Good
open.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you
Jurita.
too, my brother. The mic open.
You know, this thing is simple, brother.
Send us your voice notes,
We
folks.
in this country would not get nowhere, right, if we keep voting for party. We need to start voting for policies.
Amen to
You
that.
understand?
Policies.
Mr. Granger might have been in there, made some mistakes, whatever, but the country was moving forward. Nobody's perfect. You understand? They put these people back in. You know what I'm telling you? They knows what they do. If we don't get them out, you know what I'm saying? If we don't get them out fast, and we can't relax and bad with mash and bad with all these things. We got bigger things to deal with. We got to be on these people's neck all the time.
I feel that.
You can't relax and say, oh, we can take a break now. And no, we can't do that. We got to depend on these people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
These people support us bent on voting for race and people. They voting on policy. Look the nonsense they're doing with the Barbies bridges. Up, you make the toll stay the same way. You expect people to see them things and realize, nah, by this is a good government. Maybe keep these people in power. No, they gotta vote for race. You understand? People need to start voting on policy.
Policy. Say it again,
It's
my
the only
brother.
way we
Policy.
can move forward.
Say it again. We need to vote on policy. We have another contributor. The mic is yours. Send us your voice notes, folks.
Good afternoon, Sharad.
Good
I would
afternoon.
like to know how much money our sister from Barbados was paid for that speech in Guyana. It is my opinion that Mia has now become our PR for the oil industry in Guyana.
It sounds so. It sounds so to us, Will. It sounds so to us. Folks, send us your voice notes. The mic is yours. Send us your voice notes. Send us your contributions.
You know, the caller
Okay,
prior, Sharon, he
Sharon,
was
I want to
speaking.
touch on the topic
Continue.
of pension. You have people that work in Guyana for so many years, contribute to building Guyana to where it is. Nurses, teacher, police, soldiers. And at the end of the day, after they've been retired, you're going to give them $150 for pension. A rich country, we have so many resources in Guyana. How could you do something like that to those people who work hard to develop Guyana to where it is today? It is unbelievable what the PPP government is doing. And Mr. Jagdeo been lying to the country, not now, forever since he's lying. He's a person not to be trusted.
Yeah.
He said one thing today, and he come back tomorrow and he say something else. He is an imposter. He is not a true person. Good morning, Sherrod, to you and your panel. I want to touch on the pensioners.
Talk the things. Talk the things. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you so much for that contribution there. And the mic open, folks. We want to hear from you. Send your voice notes. We want to hear from you.
Hi, Mr. Duncan. Good day, good day.
Good day to you too.
You know, these people is so. Yes, I was saying all these people so wicked. These people buy all the baby chicken from the farmers who hatch the chicken, and they cut in the quarantine and give it to the supporters. You know, 100 chicken, 7 bag of feed, 3 bag of starter, 4 bag of grower. That happened yesterday at Rosal on the Arch Road.
Even the chickens.
You know, and now you find that an ordinary man like me who want to buy 100 or 200, I can't get because they buy out the whole barge of chicken.
Wow.
For this last 2 weeks in February. You understand?
Wow.
And going on to the first 2 weeks in March. So now you gotta wait until the 19th of March before these buyers who get the local people who get chicken to buy, so you can able to buy it from them for sell back. You know?
Wow.
It's really depressing how these people do things, man. You know? Yeah. All they do, they're just concerned about their own, you know? They're not catering for the whole of Guyana. You know, they're talking about one Guyana. But they're not operating in that way, you know? They're just looking after their own. Because a friend of mine who have a canter, his canter was higher to go into Rosal. And when he go, this man was going to pick up his baby chicken. You understand? And my friend tell me if you see the line. I don't know if you can do some inquiry about it.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
From 53 come down. You understand?
Definitely.
Yeah. You could do some inquiry about it, and you can find out more about it on the quarantine.
The wicked stink and dirty, even with the chickens.
Somebody may be able to fill you with more information than I do have.
Even with
Thank
the
you, bro.
chicken, the wicked stink and dirty, even with the chickens.
But there is a shortage, Sherrod. Persons have been experiencing a shortage and actually getting chicken off of the market for quite some time. So we definitely need to investigate what that caller is speaking about, because there may be a lot more to that.
We have another contributor. Send the voice note, folks. Another contributor.
Hi, Sherrod. This is Marilyn here, your favorite girl.
Definitely.
Listen to me, Sherrod. I don't even have words to describe or to explain Irfat, yes, at that conference. Irfat keep disgracing the Guyanese nation over and over and over again. Secondly, why is it that Barra Jagdion, Irfan, and a couple of others of them being sitting there without mask on their face? Oh my God, these people uplift the curfew. COVID protocol still in place. What are these people telling to the nation that, oh, because we live the curfew, so you can be without your mask? And I hope Bharat, Irfan, Anil, and what name, Minister Dildo, I hope the whole pack of them sit down and digest properly what the international president and prime ministers had to come to Guyana to tell them. It got to take international people to go out there to tell these people what to do for the Guyanese people. And lastly, I hope that the Guyanese people continue the protest. And it's time that we stop making protests political and pointing fingers. People cannot sit down and depend on Aubrey or the MPs alone. Aubrey and the MPs need the support of the rest of the other half of the people who supported the coalition. It's time that people get up off their laurels and get out there and stop pointing fingers. We're supposed to go on past that by now. It's time for them to stop, man. Please, come on. They're hauling boots on the ground, boots on the ground. But then one belt the careful boots on the ground. And the PPP can all time got an edge over Guyanese people because you know why? They're telling themselves that the people are going to frighten, that they're going to send out the police and the riot squad for shoot them. Once they're going to continue to think it down that line, the PPP can always get an edge over Guyanese people. They need to get up on boots on the ground. It is time for
Real
this.
boots on the ground.
Thank you. You
Real
enjoy
boots
to
on the
have
ground.
a good, well-blessed day and enjoy your weekend.
Yep. Our boots
Sherrod,
were on
the
the
other thing
ground,
I want to see,
including
I need
George's stilettos.
my fellow Guyanese to get up, put on the running boots, get on the ground. The other indigenous people and the East Indians, I want all of them to know that the PPP has come to brainwash you and tell you all sorts of manner of things come campaign time for election. And they don't mean 1 ounce of whatever they are saying to you. They just want to get in to power to get their hands on the prize. Never mind, we were robbed out of the election. They did not win an election. And everybody need to come together as Guyanese, regardless of your ethnicity, and beat the streets. Get on the streets. Protest, shut the damn country down, man. It's time. We stop watching this thing from a political point of view. This thing
Point
is
taken.
everybody thing. If they don't get it right now, Guyanese will suffer.
Point taken,
They will
Marilyn.
suffer.
Point taken.
We all need to unite together as Guyanese. And it's time finally stop with this one Guyana. Because we ain't got a one Guyana. We got 2 Guyanas.
Regretfully, that's where we are. Regretfully. Folks, we have another country, but I don't know if Joyce wants to jump in there.
And we'll take that order and then we'll jump in
Ping,
with
pang,
discussion.
ping, bing, bang, bing. There you have it, guys. There you have it.
You see the relief, the release the COVID. Indeed, what the man said, Mr. Duncan, is to kill out Guyanese people so that they could put the money in their pocket. All these people that come to this country, they come, yes, for see how much opportunity they could get for get the money because they're going to try their money because when they whoever work they do here, they are going to ensure that they get the money for get back in the country. Look at the Amelia's wall for hydro, whatever we want to put. They're putting it for a Chinese man do for 20 years. Is the money these Chinese people would be trying and they would be gaining a lot. Why we couldn't control it ourselves? Pay the money, let them build the hydro, and then you control it. You don't have to give the Chinese that authority to run no show in our country. You could go to China, ask Jaguar, ask Efanali, and all of them, if they could go to China and do what they want to do, they can't do it. So why they gotta do it here? Why we can't live in control? We gotta live in love. As a president, Efanali, I'm saying this again, as a Muslim, it's a disgrace to the Muslim religion. He bring bad name for the Muslim people. Yeah, we fight for rights, and you know Muslims fight for their rights. It's a surprise. It is surprising to see that A-Fund cannot make no decision of his own as a president in the country. He got to be taking orders from the vice president,
Talking
a man
things.
who just sit back and trying the country money out
Talking
and
things.
billing himself. Jack, you don't got a chicken or a child for mine, but we got man. We got
We
children
hear
for
you,
mine, we got
caller.
grandchildren for mine, we got wife, we got things to do too. Look at our country, Mr. Duncan. Look at our country. All this oil money, look at the places, look at some streets in this town. They're not properly built. Huh? They're not properly built. Look at the young people in the streets, Mr. Duncan, that need jobs. A lot of young people that doing a wasteful sort of thing. Why you think they got a lot of boys in the streets robbing people 500 and 2,000 and $5,000? It's because they got no work. They rob people's cell phone. A woman just take out his cell phone for that. A man pass his snatch the gun with it. It's because he ain't got a proper job.
Yeah,
And they ain't got
yeah,
no
yeah.
properness in this country due to PVP. Since PVP in power, a lot of bad things is happening. The country is going down and down and down and down every day. Food gone up. People are killing people. Places are burning down. Under this PPP government, everything gone bad. They are cursed government and we need them out, Mr. Duncan. We got to get these people out.
I
Thank you.
just
That's
want to
my
know who's sharing the
comment.
live stream. I just want to know who's sharing the live
Mr.
stream.
Duncan, every time I sit and listen there's comments that coming from people, I water people are not right. Because I never believe that this country would end up in this kind of disaster. Imagine we cannot live with peace. We gotta begging, we gotta crying, we gotta fighting.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
going to
yeah.
happen at the end is that this country is going to get a civilian war because this here is going to be very, 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 very bad. Because if we ain't getting no work, we ain't getting no thing to do, is that we're going to war among ourselves, is that we're going to fighting for a little money, a little food, and a little, and they're gonna get a war between Guyanese. You're going to see because when the money can circulate properly, with that Indian and black, Amerindian and black, Portuguese and black, it would be fighting against one another just to survive. Mr. Duncan, Mr. Duncan, yeah, come back. Put something in place that these people got to get understand that we got to get these people out. We thought that these people said that they would have done great things for us, but they're not doing nothing. Yeah. My
Indeed,
name is
indeed,
Godfrey Williams, a man from Letterman
indeed. Thanks for that
Community,
contribution.
Region 9.
Thank you so much for that contribution. I think we have another one we're going to take very, very quickly. Let's take another one.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan and
Good afternoon
JFF.
to you too, sir.
Just a little advice to my Guyanese brothers and sisters. Everybody got to come out, black, buck, coolie, Chinese, Portuguese. Everybody got to come out and protest these people because these people there, we got to come out and protest these people. Them, put them out, them in the rightfully. Bully the way and go down there. Bully thing can't happen in this country no more, but this thing got to stop. Because when one side feel that they could bully somebody, they don't know how the other side thinking. So the best thing is to be neutral. We get a law, then we live by we laws of the country.
Yep. East Indians and indigenous people, all should be involved. That's what our brother is saying. And Afro Guyanese as well, all should be involved. I think that's part of what he's saying.
And we want to tell Infan and Jackville and the whole crew them we see pampersetting like them is official for people who live in life in Guyana or born and grow in Guyana. That the police force it belongs to Jackdale. Yeah, it belongs to Guyana. And the police force occupied by we family, children, we mother, we auntie, we cousin, and we all just live in homes. And then we can get chat at homes too. So let them don't depend on the police. They could only depend on the couple police that they could pay, the couple corrupted police that they could pay the underground money to come and resurrect their own brothers and sisters for nothing at all. So let it don't feel well, man. This thing gonna go down just the people gonna talk. We the people, we gonna be on the streets. It's about time everybody pump up, whether in Guyana or out of Guyana. We see we there, we pump up because why? And we can't get that happening. We can't get the foreigners coming in and enjoying this the sweet of we country and we born and grow there. Yeah, we fight for there. Yeah, and now we as the victim, never, 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 never. It's better we continue being the victim all the time and be the rough victim.
Yep. And as we prepare to wrap up, I'm gonna take another one. I'm gonna take another one very quickly.
Hi, Sharon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Good
viewers.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Sharon, stop bigging up Mia. Mia is the cause, make the coalitions out of power. She helped to install the PPP regime. Stop bigging up Mia. Mia is in the pocket of the PPP. Went to Guyana, and I sure she gone back with a 12 silver gold. So stop bigging up Mia on the air because Mia is the person who helped to put the coalition out of power and put the PPP into power. So stop bigging up Mia, Shara. Don't do it. Bye.
Thanks for that contribution there. Thanks for that contribution. Stop bigging up Mia.
Good afternoon, Sharon.
Good afternoon.
Mental hospital. Hold up. Mental hospital. Some patients there are still on the cold floor, bare sponge. Some have broken down beds. As one man is seeming like if he is fall up like crapple. When you make complaints, we can do. Sponge, bare sponge on the floor, bare sponge. Some sponges you receive those sponges. They are dirty. Next thing in the washroom, pipe running non-stop. Next thing, secretary beach, they lock off. But you can go on Siwazi Georgetown and have a bladder. Barbarian been locked down.
Yep. Let us know which hospital is that. Let us know which hospital is that.
It would be nice for us to get some footage
Yeah,
or
some
some
video footage.
photographs of that as well.
See what's happening. Biggest budgets later. We have another one. Another contributor.
Hello. Good afternoon, Sharon.
Candy,
How are you?
hello.
And good
Hello,
afternoon to
Candy,
Miss
hello.
Jerita as well. Sharon, I have a bone to pick with you.
Pick your bone.
I want to know who is Sue? Sue who?
Sue
Anyways,
who?
first topic. Why is it the Guyanese people are not standing up for their rights? And why is it Ashley Singh is blatantly lying about the APNU, who is saying things as misterms and illiterate people, when therefore it's Irfan Ali and the PPP regime that is misspelling words and mispronouncing words on platforms that are international. I have never heard Granger or any of his party members misspell any words or mispronounce any words as they have a speech to do. Anyways, as I would like to say, they need to listen to Miss Mia and the Ghana president, Nado, on what they say at the conference, because what these people are trying to do is that they didn't invite the Trinidadian people who have experience in the oil regime. Why? Because they know that the people will opt them on their fault and mistake. Whereas they were looking forward for Mia and the rest of the representatives that were here to be on their side. But little that they know, Sherrod, they didn't expect that Mia Motley would have made such an excellent speech and gave an eye opener to most of this political regime, both parties, which is the APNU as well and the PPP. So they need to take lessons from these people and do as these people are telling them and advising them to do as well. Now, the next topic is I have a disabled person here with me presently now that has been complaining about her disability funds because when the Granger was in power or in office, she had no problem whatsoever in obtaining her disability funds as per monthly basis. They are telling this young lady to go and come back in 6 months when she go to do anything about the funds. They're pushing her around and they're telling her she has to wait 6 months. She is disabled. Why would you want to do that? Whereas disability comes under people who can't do anything for themselves. They can't work, they can't get anything, they can't represent themselves in any way job wise. So they need this disability funds to sustain their needs, that they need everything like medical supplies or whatever.
Correct.
Now this long lady has been going back and forth,
Can't run on water.
to the office, and they keep telling her to come back in 6 months. She has to wait. Why is it when the PPP stepped into office, they change every goddamn thing around, and they think that this country belongs to them? Barrett Jackdale and Irfan Ali need to get a grip of themselves and take a good look at the other countries and then what they're doing for their people. But these people do not care anything about the Guyanese people as well. And on top of that, Sharad, these people is not looking at the COVID incident that is happening right now. They are to lift the curfew. Don't you think that the Guyanese people have to open their eyes and see that these people are trying to tell them in a diplomatic way that we don't care. If you guys die, the quicker for us, it's better. So they lift the curfew and they want these people to go out there partying because there won't be any curfew anymore. So everybody will be mingling and mixing and intervening with one another. So what are that at the end of the day? What will you have after that? You will have a bunch of people with COVID, and the PPP regime don't give a damn. That is what they want. As I would say, the lesser the man, the bigger the shit. So they figure if they kill out half of the Guyanese people, it will be better for them. They're not responsible for all the people. They get less people to be responsible for, so it's easier for them. And most of the people that 95% of the people that go partying is the Africans, and which these people think that they could actually kill the Africans out quicker. But they didn't know that Africans, when the last did you see any of the black people and them dying also? What did you observe about that? Isn't it that the Indian people are dying more most than the black? Because the black people are stronger. They are stronger than the Indian people. And what the PPP don't know is that they cannot put the black people down. They need to get a grip of themselves and look around and see what is going on. You know that Lincoln Lewis had mentioned something. If the people actually said this is enough and they're gonna step down on this, you know that the PPP cannot handle that. Anyway, Shara, that's all I have to say. Have a good day.
All right, and I think that's going to do it for us today at this end. Interesting views, and we're happy that you guys have shared them. We just took the time to share them with us. Interesting views all around. And guys, we regret that we can't share any more of them, but we're going to play a few of them in our program tomorrow. There have been so many. There have been so many. I see. I think we have a short one here. Let me take this as the final one.
Good afternoon, Sharada.
Good afternoon.
Mental Hospital.
I think we had this one already. He would have sent another one. Guys, we want to keep them short, and we're gonna hold the rest for tomorrow. We're gonna play them during the broadcast tomorrow. Guys, we want to thank all of you who submitted your contributions today, and you were part of the program. Some very interesting views, and we're happy to hear from you guys, directly from you, the listeners, wherever you're joining us from, whether locally or overseas. Judy is still trying to recover from some of the comments.
No, I was listening to the comments and I'm actually pulling up some information, especially the person was speaking about the disability person that is being asked to come back every 6 months and so forth, because this specific matter comes under the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security. So I definitely would like to have some more information on that matter so we can see how we can intervene and to get that situation resolved. So if a little bit more information could be shared so we can look into it, that would be helpful.
Yep. Folks, that's our time for today. Unfortunately, we have just a couple more of the contributions to share, and we're going to do that tomorrow. We want to thank all of you who've joined us today. Help more persons receive our broadcast. Share the live stream, guys, and we want to see those emojis as well. Good to see Brian Singh is here with us. Good to see Tasha Silat is here with us as well. All the other beautiful, fantastic folks who are joining us. Good to see you guys. You know, we're heading into the weekend, and so we encourage you guys to take it easy, take it easy. Yolanda and Brenda Chaharali, Candy, Naleen, Inderjit. Good to see each and every one of you. Diane Graves, Zandy, guys. Good to see all of you. Help us to do more of our programs. Help us to build out what we do here. Help us to meet even more folks. Share the live stream. Smash that emoji button as well. And remember to partner with us. Remember to partner with us as well. It takes something, guys, to do all of this. Keep the lights on. Keep the internet going. Keep our staff who are helping us tremendously. If I had to do all of this by myself, if George and I had to do this by ourselves, we won't get any place. It's so much work we have to do to get these programs. But we love doing it. We love keeping you guys informed, and we know that you guys are the better for our efforts, and you have expressed that to us in so many ways. We have several platforms available. You guys can contribute to the programs that we do on the, whether it's the podcast here, or it's the FYI in the mornings, or it's in the ring in the evening, whether it's credible sources or affiliate website. Help us to do more, guys. We're available via Cash App. It's a $ in the ring 592 at Cash App. We're available via PayPal and Zelle. It's in the ring 592 at gmail.com for both Zelle and PayPal. Again, in the ring 592 gmail.com. We're also available via MMG. Our number there is 627-6963. 627-6963 is our number via Zelle, via MMG 627-6963. We are also available, guys. We're also available via MoneyGram and Western Union.
Western Union and MoneyGram.
Available via MoneyGram and Western Union. Guys, come on board and partner with us and help us to move forward from strength to strength. You know, we've told you guys from day one, come on board, we're going to do X, we've done it. We say, come on board, we're going to do Y, we've done it. We've come on board, we say, come on board, we're going to do Z, we have done it. And I'm certain by now you've realized that we are responsible stewards, and we're going to do well by your finances. So come on board, guys. We got so much work to do. And again, just to do what we're doing currently, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Thank you guys for being here with us. You guys make the program what it is. And as we go into the weekend, we can see if I'm going to run with this mace. We're going to see if I'm going to run with this mace. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us at home and abroad. You guys make the program what it is. Pace and power.
I'm still on for In the Ring at 8 p.m., Cheryl.
Pace and power, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us.
It was sometime in December 2021. The house was in session as we saw another dimension. All the pulling and the tugging and the shouting and the blowing of them whistle was a sight to see as it unfolded in front of me. There was some rumors swirling about town, country, and all about. And then I get a note, and it's gone and train with Usain Bolt. And let me tell you flat, I had me down about that. But when I see how she grab it, I did believe it. When the government side presenting, they said no, and it no. When the opposition protesting, they said go, and it go. And the government them insisting, they said no, and it no. But the opposition persisting, they said go, and it go. And it run with the maze, and it run with the maze, and it run with the maze. Bashment inside the place, and it run with the maze, and it run with the maze. I was left dumbfounded when I see how Annette run.